already text Joe. You want your spot back?
Yeah. It's quite interesting, to say the least.
It is.
Video's on.
It's on. Right.
All right, number one, call to order, roll call and establish quorum.
Dustin,
Yes.
Courtney,
Yes.
Jody is absent right now. Kayon's absent. Ashley? Yes. Chris?
Yep.
Emily is absent right now.
2, consideration action on consent agenda. Minutes from March 5th, 2025, regular meeting.
Make a motion to approve?
All right, second?
Dustin,
Yes.
Courtney? Yes. Ashley?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes. 3, discussion and possible action on items removed from the consent agenda. Anyone? 4, consideration and discussion regarding spring sports leagues.
Okay, the season started Monday. It has already turned into a little bit of a circus on night 2. Other than that, other than one town completely canceling their team's going anywhere, where everybody else played that I know of. Umpires I had 2 brand new kids last night. I say kids are like 14, 15 years old. Did great. I had a NCAA umpire out there last night. He asked me, actually he was a major league umpire too. He asked me if he could talk to the boys. It was Jackson Spence and Tristan Baxter. I said, yeah, what do you want? He said, just where we're standing. So not only are they getting what Tracy and I were able to teach them, they're getting more than what I could ever imagine for a high school kid to get in a type of coaching. As it stands right now, I mean, everything's going, well, fairly smooth for the most part.
How many umps do you have? Or
I have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's just for baseball, kid pitch stuff.
oh, okay.
I have Cheyenne, she umped last year. Matt Ritter's back. He tore his UCL, so he's back online school. They're doing the softball because they're the most veteran people for softball. Jackson Spence, Tristan Baxter, Bo Rabbit, Tanner Skidmore's going to umpire, and Brady Jarvis is going to umpire. T-ball, I got Tucker McCullough and Kendall Marshall. Concession stands are completely covered. I don't have to worry about any of it. I got in trouble actually Monday night for not reaching out to a person to run concession stand. I said, how often do you want to do it? She said, anytime it's open. So don't even have to worry about concession workers this year.
Great.
T-ball starts tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Supposed to.
So is that person handling both concessions?
No.
Or- oh, okay.
She's doing Peters Park, and Abby Dye and one of her friends is doing Dixon Park. They want it every weekend, or every time it's open. It's okay. But they're getting a lot of community service hours out of it, so that's going to look good on their college applications.
Anything else?
I don't have anything.
5, consideration and discussion regarding the Parks and Recreation Mural Contest.
Okay. I do not remember the 3rd grade.
Brinley Davis.
Thank you. And Brewer Smith won. I have the paint, so to cover up everything, I just need to know as soon as you get back with me on
Yes.
what it was they want.
And I asked her, I emailed her Monday. She knows, she has the pictures.
Okay.
I'm just waiting on a response back from her. I told her once she knew kind of a guesstimate of how much of what color to let us know. And then I would let you know, so make sure we had everything. And then the other question was, are we covering up the other, or because of how small they are, doing it in another?
We'll cover, we're gonna paint the
Okay.
buildings completely.
Okay.
I had 10 gallons of paint donated to us,
Oh, awesome, okay.
so we're gonna definitely repaint the concession stands. cover those murals up completely. If I have enough, then I'll go down to Dixon, we'll hit the bathroom
Yeah.
area over there as well,
When's that happening?
when the rain stops.
Yes. We don't have a date for when they're coming now?
No,
Okay, is
I
it-
just told her, there was just some like back and forth with concerns like semester testing and all the
Yeah.
things. So I said, you know what, we'll get this lined out,
Yep.
give you the winners pictures, and then just sometime in April that you can make it out.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
We have anyone power washing?
Buildings,
Yeah.
I can, I mean, I don't know. I talked to the Stillwater Builder Supplies, the one that donated the paint, and I said, this is what it's going on. They said, then this is the paint. So,
I didn't know if it,
I don't,
Sand off?
it might on the Peters Park one, if it does, I'll grab the power washer and hit it real quick. It's not gonna take that long.
Did Joey not finish the section?
It's-
Dixon, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be dirty again, but
Well, with the wind that we've had the last 2 days, it's a very good possibility.
we were just talking about the mural contest. Did you have anything to add?
I don't think so.
Um,
Did
five.
did we get the winners out? Is it?
Yes, it's posted,
Went out to-
and that's she sent it to me yesterday with the baseball and trying to get everything going.
Perfect. Yay. Okay.
Yeah, they're posted. People know who won.
I'm excited. Okay.
6, consideration and discussion regarding the need for volunteer concession workers.
Don't need them.
easy peasy.
Don't need them.
Don't you?
No. Oh, Abby Dye,
Okay.
it wants to run Dixon Park every game. Addie Cloud wants to run Peters Park every night that I have games there. So I got in trouble by Addie for not calling her. Hey, yeah. And they both did it the last 2 years for me, so
Alright. 7, consideration and discussion regarding a Parks and Recreation planting event.
Ashley.
I've just been trying to think of other things, like get community involvement. And really, you could do this a bunch of ways. We could either have some little planters set out and people can come actually like plant flowers at our parks. We could do you bring a coffee mug or a pot or whatever you want to bring and we'll have the soil and something for them to plant in it and then take it home. Or we can have pots and everything here they need and they just at one of the parks, it could even be up by the splash pad, but a place where we've got picnic tables, have stuff, and they can like come and go and I could be sitting out there for 2 hours or whatever. I don't know, just
I think that's
something,
I like it.
something else as.
Okay, so I misunderstood what you were wanting.
Okay.
I thought you were wanting me to get planters at somewhere and me trying to take care of the planters. I was like, oh my gosh.
Not necessarily, no. Just some sort of like an event that involves planting, whether it's they're planting stuff at our parks or they're coming and going with, I don't know. Just, yeah.
I work for the OSU Alumni Association, and we had an event, or we had a meeting at Territorial Plaza, and we were at Pistol Pete's house, and the grandson was telling us about how Pistol Pete's favorite flowers were yellow roses or something like that, and so we had talked about coming back and planting roses out there. So like,
On that, we have to talk to, I believe,
Or David first.
it'll be through David. Yeah.
Because that's not, it has nothing to do with Parks and Rec over there at all.
Gotcha.
So if we do that, if that's something y'all are interested in, then you need to get a hold of David Sasser and talk to them and see if it's okay.
Gotcha.
However, just.
Right, no, I just,
I don't know.
But if we did like a planting event, do you think that we could get a little nursery here to donate, or you donate some time to like help people like?
there's a nursery here?
Deer blinds are,
Oh, I just thought that was a deer blind.
No,
they get soil and everything.
Yeah, she just plants.
Woods and cloth or?
yes, what's it called, yeah.
She would,
Yeah, it's almost over.
No, it could be.
time to like,
Yeah.
even if she didn't donate time, like maybe you donate little small plants or something to it, or,
I don't know, like I can reach out to Lowe's, I can reach out to whoever, just about
Okay.
what can you donate to do some sort of, I don't
And
know.
they may give us little flats of mums or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Well, I say with Mother's Day coming up, it's like months away, but it's
Yeah,
the right time of year to plant that stuff, and I just.
so however you do it, or, I mean, it's just something else I was thinking we could do to, and it'd be nice to be outside and come and go, and, I don't know.
And I know if we do this, if you ask for people to donate coffee cans, I had 2 trash bags donated to me
Yeah,
last year. Used them, but just for stuff I needed at the fields, people will,
just donate things.
yeah.
Nice.
Head this up.
I don't care,
You don't-
just, but something, just,
we probably need to see if we could schedule, look at dates to do it, and then see if we can start getting donations for that date, towards that date.
It's just discussion.
Yeah.
Like, it's just discussion.
from putting a date.
Okay. We don't have to take any action on it right now, it's just a discussion, so if you all later on wanna kinda,
Okay.
whoever,
Have more.
yes.
Okay.
All right. 8, consideration, discussion, and possible action regarding Parks and Recreation hosting sports tournaments.
Okay. There has been an issue arise. After visiting with this person, I don't think the email came out the way he expected it to. Cause I was ready to go. And he's like, that's not what I meant it to say. I said, that's what it says. But I need to talk to you all to see if we want to try to run tournaments in Perkins this summer and stuff. Me personally, I do not have the time to try to head something like that up. Because we're like when we discussed it earlier in the year, we turned it down because we are on the hook for rings, everything. But umpires will not want to wait a month to get a check. They will want cash at the end of that deal.
Right.
They will not fill out a W-9 because if you have enough teams, they're gonna make $500 a weekend.
And that's the issue with city
That's the issue with the city ran.
cash.
Right. But that's something we want to do. We can try it. Do we want to hold off and not do it? I just,
I say we talk about more in the fall, winter, so we can get a game plan and possibly a committee that would be interested if they want to do that. And that way we can get everything legally.
right, because it's not just one of these, oh, let's just throw it together right now. It's a lot of work to try to get it advertised. We have to have somebody specifically signed in to OK Ball to get advertised in OK Ball. We gotta have somebody specifically signed in every fast pitch forum, baseball forum, everything in the state of Oklahoma. And push it every week. Being 100% honest, I don't have that time. Until we figure out how we were going to take payments, they would have to pay at the credit card at City Hall. Or send a check or cash, or then we're gonna have to find gate workers
And concession stand work.
and concession workers. I mean, the people that I have do it now, they don't mind helping. But I'm afraid if we try to do one, like one or two.
Do
or three,
multiple, yeah.
I'm gonna wear them out. And that's what I told Joe last year. I was like, dude, you gotta slow these tournaments down. I cannot keep doing these fields. I'm wearing myself out. And this year he did one a month, and then some stuff came up, and out of a whim, he emailed, and I think he was venting. Because after him and I talked this weekend, I saw that he didn't mean it to say that I wasn't doing my job, that I wasn't capable of doing my job like what it read. But I don't know, right now, I don't know if Bob's gonna let him do anymore this year. I'm gonna talk to Bob about it. I did email Bob today, told him right now, depending on what the board says, it's our best option to get tournaments here is if you all say no, to have him go ahead and run this, just this summer. And Bob has not answered me on that one yet.
So who would run tournaments?
Joe,
So it'd be R&R.
R&R.
Yeah.
So
Is that how it's been so far then?
Yes, he's.
Yeah, I would almost say do that.
And I told Bob I'd bring it up to the board again, because he asked me to last week, and that's when I went straight into Amy's office and said, add this to the agenda. But I know you know what they're like with the bandits. Have you all, besides, you know what they're like, you kind of have a little bit of a feeling on,
I
it's,
was gonna say, I helped, not last year, but I think it was right before I was on the board. And I mean, I was booked solid with you guys helping in
Yeah.
the concession stand, and I could not commit to that. Not for,
I mean, not, I think it's like multiple weekends,
yeah.
for us, like, we
I'm sure
play
you guys
ball,
do a lot.
you play ball, like, you play ball, there's, you know, multiple things. It's not like we can commit multiple weekends to be available as,
but my biggest concern is the cost of rings, cost of umpires, and if we get rained out, we're stuck with those rings. You can't send them back to the vendor. You're stuck with 12 rings per division, or 24 rings per division, because you get first and second place rings at $8 a piece. Then we just have to eat that cost, because we're going to have to refund them their entry fee back if we ran out. And then we'll have to get like a League Lobster deal, which is $50 a month. We don't use it right now. It's $50 a month, so you can do the tournaments.
it's not cheap. I mean, they're not huge money makers like people
They're not.
think they are. Like, you make money off certain portions of them, but they're as incredibly as
By the time you pay your
To
umpire,
make money, you have to start charging more, and then
Yeah,
people
right.
stop
Well,
coming because it becomes too much.
you're gonna have to find somebody to run 2 ends at Dixon Park all day long. 2 entryways at Peters Park all day long. And they're going to be handling probably close to $2,000 or $3,000 a day at $10 a person to get in. Then you got people griping at whoever's working that gate. Why is it so expensive? I mean, it's just something Bob asked me to bring up to you all. And if we want to do it, we can try it. But right now, I think instead of just going on.
too late in the season to attempt to put that together, but it's a lot to be able to take on for.
Something I thought about is, and I know we wouldn't make as much money off of it, but offering it to our teams to host a tournament as a fundraiser where we still run the concession, but that's our only,
Right,
that's the only thing that we have to do, but not this money-making
Right.
thing. It's more of,
A fundraiser.
your baseball team needs to make money, they run a small tournament.
Well, on a deal like that, would we charge them fees to rent the fields? Because even at that, I'm still out chalking with me and Tracy. We'll do it. I only chalk the fields once a day. I'll do it Sunday on the championship game. I'll hit the batter's boxes again and make them look right. But right now, I'll go out and I'll chalk them Friday night before the tournament starts. And then as the end of the tournament Saturday, I'll chalk them again Saturday night at the end of it. And then Sunday before the championship game, I just touch up the batter's boxes. And that's all I have to do now and he pays us for that. But if our teams have to pay it, then I think it's like, I don't know what our field thing is. If they take all 5 fields, it's like $1,400.
And that's just baseball, and they've got to rent the tribe field.
And if they go to the tribe fields, it's,
Separate.
they don't do anything. They paint the foul lines and that's it. And I go out there just to be nice to help Joe chalk those. And that's.
I like the fundraiser idea, I think.
That's kind of, like I said, you're on the hook for a lot if it rains out.
Yep. And if it does rain and you try to dry the fields, the city, Parks and Rec's out on extra.
Yeah. So
And that's not cheap either.
that field dry is like $30 or $40 a bag. So that's kind of where we're at. That's, if y'all want to do it, we can try, but it's just, I know for me, I cannot do it by myself. I would have to have everybody and then some, to be 100% honest.
I can't commit, I'm just gonna be honest.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
okay.
I could maybe one weekend, but
And I know Emily's having some stuff right now. She told me there's no way she will do another tournament. They ran one for a fundraiser for their team a month ago. She wants no part of doing anything with the tournament ever again.
So, all right, well,
And they're sticky. You get in a lot of situations. People get upset. Parents get upset. With over random things. Like it's not.
Yeah.
You have to deal with a lot of things. It's not just all easy. But I mean, I could commit. I could commit to like one, but I can't commit to multiple. That's
Right.
I think we need to table the discussion for the fall, winter.
Okay.
As of right now, I'll make a motion, as of this calendar year, summer, that the Perkins Parks and Recreation will not be hosting sports tournaments.
Can we,
If I could just take no action.
With no action. Okay. No action.
What was your question?
I would like to discuss that. I would like to discuss the fundraiser later on in another meeting. The fundraiser event for hosting the tournament. I like that idea, and that way, say if a team is hosting, their team will be responsible for concession and the parents will be working.
Well, yes, but with that aspect of it, everything in my concession stand would have to come out.
Yeah.
I mean, and they can do that. I can do that without a problem because I really streamlined it this year.
Yeah, and I think I think that's a good idea, not even just for baseball, for basketball too, or whatever the case may be. That's a really good idea to help some teams sponsor events.
And that's, yeah. And if you talk to your basketball teams, your baseball teams, if they want to do that,
I like that.
just get with me. I don't mind, but if we do that, they will have to, like I said, the only reason I say field rental is because I still have the man hours of me and Tracy out there working the fields, getting them prepped. And I hate to be that way, but I know it's a fundraiser, but chalk's cheap.
But what if you still ran concession?
I can run concession.
Like, what if Parks and Rec was still making money off the concession versus, like, as a fundraiser, instead of clearing it out and them making, like, whoever's running it, making money off of the concession, Parks and Rec is still profiting.
Yeah, no, if the parents don't want to do the concession, we will still run the concession. Is that what you're asking?
Well, I'm saying, wouldn't the money cover chalking the field 2 times in the
I would have
weekend?
to check with Bob on that one. I would say yes, but I would have to.
I think we would run into other issues of individuals masking it as a team fundraiser.
And maybe it's if you're in the league,
Yeah,
like you could, if you were in the Parks and Rec league,
yeah.
you have the opportunity.
Well, we can.
I mean, I know that would rule out the basketball teams, but then maybe it's a
Well, but-
bandit team of any Perkins sports association of any sort.
That's something.
And you, or I don't know, yeah, obviously we'd have to talk it through.
That's
Not
just
just
something-
random people coming out.
Right, and that's,
People
as long
money.
as the majority of the team, I would assume, was here.
like with
Like
like
it-
league fees to.
That's what I think, if they were part of this league, if they were part of Perkins Youth Basketball, if they were part of Parks and Rec Basketball, Bandits,
And it's what, as long as it is a
or youth
Perkins,
leagues.
I would, and that's something we'll have to take to Bob.
Right.
Because we never had nothing like that. I think that's a great idea.
Can I explain what I was saying is, we currently have a coach team that runs the tournaments here in Perkins. So if we're not gonna charge the teams filled, then it can be
Could
masked
use that as,
into
right. So maybe there are some kind of guidelines
a-
as to what a
That's-
fundraiser entails.
I'll put this on the agenda for next month to get details. So with that being said, we will put that on the agenda for next month and spitfire ideas, because that one's going to take more
It's
specific,
definitely gotta be.
more
yeah,
specific
I agree.
wording and everything else, and
Maybe some pretty detailed guidelines and how.
yes. And I can, in that way I can have more answers on prices and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, no, I totally see what you're saying, Justin. That's a great point.
All right. So no action there. Number 9, new business. Under the Open Meeting Act, this agenda item is authorized only for matters not known about or which could not have been reasonably foreseen prior to the time of posting the agenda or any revised agenda. 10, adjourn.
Second. Ashley, Courtney.
Got you guys in different rooms than normal on that sheet. Okay, Dustin?
Yes.
Courtney?
Yes.
Jody?
Yes.
Kayon?
Yes.
Ashley?
Yes.
Chris?
Yes.